I don't have that many friends from high school. They say that the friends you make in university will be your friends for the rest of your life. And I think that's because people grow the most from 17 to 22. That's when we're finally figuring it all out, where we want to go in life. It makes sense that we'll grow in different directions. But when I was 17, I thought my friends and I were going to be friends forever. Sadly, 7 years later, I don't keep in contact with any of them. Oddly enough, there was this one kid I hated, a freshman on my varsity tennis team. He wasn't even good enough to be there. Funny enough, he became my best friend. The person that would always be there for me throughout all of life's hardships, despite us being literal complete opposites. F***ing David. I love you, David, but how far would I be willing to go for you? Well, apparently across the entire country. So David and I have been best friends since high school. We've always had each other's backs. I was there when his parents got divorced, and he was actually the first person I ever told that my dad passed. The funny part is that I actually hated David when we first met. We were doubles partners, and to be honest, he sucked. David has seen me through everything. He was there when I finally graduated from community college, and he was there for Bruin Day when I finally got into UCLA. It was my dream school. David has seen me through hell and back, and to be honest, I feel like I haven't been the best friend to him. You see, we grew up in Southern California, but when David finally went to college in Texas, life kind of happened and we didn't get to see each other much. A few months ago, David randomly flew back to California and surprised me with Laker tickets. And that's where I met his girlfriend, Courtney. When I finally met Courtney, she was an absolute gem. Caring, loving, she just wanted to make everyone feel special. When I saw them interact together...
Gosh darn it, I'm so single.
When David told me that he was gonna marry Courtney, I just about lost it. Any other friend getting married at 24, I'd question their sanity. But David and Courtney, I don't know how to explain it, but they just seem so perfect for each other. Small problem. David was gonna propose to Courtney in the middle of a pandemic. Because of this, he'd actually be proposing by himself. And I just couldn't let that happen. So I decided to drive across the country to be there for his proposal. But I decided I couldn't do it alone. So I invited his little brother Mark to come with me. I think I've talked to Mark like 3 times in the past 2 years.
We're in Arizona.
I barely know him, to be honest. And we're gonna be living out of a car together.
Alright, this is where we're sleeping tonight.
The next 3 days. In the summer heat. What could go wrong?
Good morning. It's so hot outside. We're in the east side of Arizona right now, and it is quite warm out. No, I don't want to see it.
You don't like it?
No, I don't
Why?
like it.
You don't have a foot fetish? The drive from California to Missouri goes through 5 states, 6 if you count California. Them being Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. However, Mark and I decided to stop and see some extra things, ended up turning it into a 34-hour drive, so about 11.3 hours a day of driving. By the way, this video took absolutely ages, so if you can, please subscribe. Love you guys so much. So for the first night, we drove 8 hours to Arizona, where we slept in our car in the petrified forest. It was so freaking hot. We woke up at like 6 in the morning, and after we woke up, we did some push-ups immediately. Of course, the classic PB&J sandwich. Rated out of 10?
11.
Oh, we might as well just go home now. We won't find food better than that.
I've seen everything I need to see.
And then we explored the petrified forest. Because of the heat, we're in and out within an hour. So after the petrified forest, we had planned on going to this crazy rock formation in New Mexico. I actually fell asleep during the drive, and when I woke up, we were just in the middle of this desert. Apple Maps. We're kind of lost. We decided to drive an hour on that dirt road. It doesn't look like we're anywhere. It's pretty warm out, but clouds are really nice at least. Alright, I think we should walk back.
Yep, cool. At night, it's really nice, like.
Really?
Because there's nobody.
Appreciate it. Okay, this actually looks freaking fire. Frick, this thing's massive. Alright, cheers. So we had to get some food afterwards. We stopped at Lottaburger because it sounded like Whataburger, and the food wasn't that bad, to be honest. Finally, we ended up at the Blue Hole in New Mexico, which is this beautiful blue pool, but unfortunately it was closed. That didn't really stop us, so we hopped over the boundaries anyways.
Made
it out there.
Oh, dude. It looks crazy from here. Yay. Paco, I can't believe this girl is letting us stay at her place.
Before we left for the trip, I actually made an Instagram post asking if anyone lived in the states that we're passing to house us. This girl ended up DMing me. Her name is Julie, and she actually offered her place in Oklahoma for us to stay, so we drove another 5 hours straight to get there.
Dude, I hope she stays awake till 2. Thoughts on staying with a stranger you've never met before online? Are you nervous? No. Why would I be nervous? We just arrived in Texas. We're at the Panhandle, and this is going to be our last stop of the night. We'll send it. Tonight we are actually crashing at Julia's house. She messaged me on Instagram, so hopefully we'll be able to go to her house, and hopefully she's not a murderer. And I'm bringing Mark with me. He has never done anything like this either, so very nerving. Let's get it. Alright, Mark, we just got here, and we're gonna meet this girl for the first time. So hope she's not a murderer. If she murders anyone, she'll probably murder Mark first, because he's not Asian. How are you doing? This is crazy.
They left this super cute note for us of things we should do in Oklahoma, and then even gave us some snacks.
Some suggestions in Norman. It's a really small college town, so it's a really good Korean food place.
He only eats burgers with just meat and cheese. We actually got pulled over by the police. Literally, the guy's like, alright, sit in my car. And I was like, what? Yeah, we caught you going 6 over the speed limit. And I was like,
6.
I was like, are you high?
At least you got a warning.
Yeah.
Because I've had 7 tickets just within my span of time. All for speeding. And I'm only 22.
Good morning. Get out of here. These are our daily push-ups for the day. And we're on our way. Thank you so much for y'all housing us.
Yeah, of course.
And all the snacks.
And
the alcohol.
For good measure.
Oh my goodness.
Congratulations, David and Courtney, on your engagement.
Unfortunately, there's literally nothing to do in Oklahoma, but Jules and Elena are so sweet that I honestly come back just for them. We ended up at a Korean fried chicken place for breakfast that they had recommended, and it's phenomenal. Plus, I love taking people to go get Asian food. Their minds are always blown.
Hi Mark, what'd you think?
Sick bridge.
Yeah, sick bridge. Yeah? Give it a rating out of 10.
8.9.
How about the city?
6.
After doing nothing in Oklahoma City, we drove straight to Arkansas.
Yeah!
Stopped by the university. We wanted to see what frat houses were like in the South.
Holy shit, it's so freaking beautiful. Dude, I've never seen anyone yell in the roof of their car like that.
Yeah, that was really awkward, huh?
After another 5 hours of driving, we ended up just catching the sunset on the side of the highway, and it was phenomenal. One of the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen. And honestly, those are some of my favorite moments, just kind of sitting and laying on top of the roof of the car, just chatting. God, that sounds so lame. It's like an indie wannabe film, I guess. To be honest, I was having so much fun, I actually forgot that we were driving across the country for my best friend's proposal.
Mark, where are we?
Branson!
Branson! Let's go! This is our second night sleeping in the car. How you feel, Mark?
Good night.
Hopefully Mark doesn't wake up sweating in a
That
panic.
night, we ended up making it to Branson, where we slept in this Walmart parking lot. You guys might have noticed that we switched spots from where we normally sleep, and that's because in that Walmart parking lot, it was 85 degrees at night. We woke up literally in a puddle of sweat every single time, and so we would set the AC on max, drive around Walmart 3 times, turn the car off, fall asleep, and repeated that 3 different times throughout the night. It was one of the worst nights of sleep I've ever gone.
Good morning. It is day of the proposal. Oh my gosh. This has been the lead up to the movie. PB&J number 3. First casualty of the trip. Some duct tape. Good as freaking new. We're currently at Table Rock Beach. It's gonna be a freaking good day. Hey Mark, what do you think of Montana? His first can of ravioli. Just pull it out. What are you doing? Tell me how it tastes.
Pretty good.
For 68 cents, right?
Yeah.
You can live off this.
Good deal.
What?
After showering in the Walmart parking lot, we decided to finally go to the proposal.
Driven 3 straight days for California all the way to Missouri. We are 2 hours away from the proposal. proposal. We have just entered the facility. We're gonna be hiding out in the church to surprise them. It's gonna be an insane time. Mark, how are you feeling right now?
You know, I'm just really excited.
Pound a few cold ones so you kind of loosen up a bit.
Exactly, you always gotta take the edge off.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Yeah, that's good.
And this place was incredible. This is Top of the Rock in Missouri. And David, you pick the perfect venue to propose to Courtney because my goodness, I was honestly blown away how beautiful it was. So why is it called Kansas but not Arkansas?
I wish I had many consoles.
A bit tired
Just mesmerized. Just the beauty of the chapel.
of me.
Oh no, of course not.
Oh, give me a number of how many proposals you've been to.
Probably since March. I've been to 6.
No one in LA gets married young. No one can even keep a relationship at this age.
I don't know if it's quarantine or it's like, oh, we want a companion. Maybe we'll see more than one here tonight.
So David had already planned for me and Mark to meet Courtney's best friends, Mel and Anna. I think that's their names. So the master plan was we would hide out in the church. David and Courtney were finishing up their dinner at the diner upstairs. Around sunset, David would take Courtney, walk her down past the church. We would hide on the sides and photograph her from inside the church, incognito. I've been friends with David for about 9 years now. Crazy, we've had so many ups and downs. Crazy that these last 9 years are culminating right now, this moment. But I'm a little bit at a loss for words, and I can't even imagine how Mark feels because it's his freaking brother.
Can't even describe it.
Yeah, I'm getting a little emotional because this is probably one of the biggest moments of his life in such a spectacular venue. I know we make jokes about David a lot, but for him to plan something like this, I think that really shows how much he cares because he's literally never planned to do anything this entire life.
No comment.
I'm just really happy we could be here, and I hope everything goes well. What are the odds she says no, and then we take him to Cane's?
Plus 300.
David? David is literally proposing in like 5 minutes. He's coming down right now. It's game time. What's wrong? I'm gassy. I'm getting nervous. There they are. Sorry.
Keep it safe forever for all future days. Wherever you go, I follow you there. Whatever you do, I'll be there for you, and I will be forever true to
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, congratulations by the way. Yeah. Holy shoot, that's crazy. Wait, let me focus in on that. Oh my goodness graciousness. Good stuff.
They drove all the way from California.
We drove 3 days to get here.
And I've been like texting them and trying to hide the fact that they've been driving this entire time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was a lot. The Walmart parking lot was the worst sleep we've ever gotten in our
They could have stayed with us last night, but they stayed in Walmart.
Oh my god.
It was so, literally Mark would wake up every hour and a half and be like, bro, I'm sweating so much.
Oh my gosh. You did very well. Guys, the sunset is
Yeah, they do charm you out of place.
oh wow.
They really like it.
How are you feeling? She said, yes. Engaged. Yeah. Hey, I'm an ordained minister. I'm an ordained minister. So I've never actually married anybody. Not much mass usage.
Worst mistake you can make. Who likes to play? Go at it like it's a game. Enjoy it. Play through life.
Wow.
She was like,
Just wanted to, thank David and Courtney for inviting us out here. We had an absolutely wonderful time. Uncountable amount of hours to get here. It's a wrap. She said yes. We're gonna drive to Montana now, so that'll be a freaking sick one. See you guys. What the hell? This is good.
See the chain, It's a late, yeah. Swipe the chase.
Currently 2 in the morning and we're driving around the car again so we can charge the battery so we can turn the AC on max because it's so freaking hot tonight. We're in the Walmart parking lot and this is our second night sleeping in the car. And there's Mark. How you doing, buddy?